Hello everyone, this is GM Var Akobian with 1000 GM, and this is round 12 coverage of the 2022 US Women's Chess Championship. This will be our recap video, and in this game we have a very important game for Talia Cervantes. She's surging and she needs another win against very tough competitors, the WGM big game Tokarjanova. So let's take a look. Knight f3, knight f6. So we have the Talia usually plays the Grunfeld defense, and she gets to that structure. So Tokarjanova was well prepared, looks like, in the opening, moving fast, but here knight h4 is perhaps not the best move. You know, you need to play b3 first here, b3, bishop b2, and maybe then play some knight h4. But here it doesn't work very well because a4, b1, bishop b7, f4. Of course, we understand the point of f4 is trying to discourage the move e5, but that's going to be met by a strong queen c8 idea. Now bring the rook to d8, and the point is to go knight a5 and c5. So you can't really play e4 because knight takes d4, and now h6. I'm not sure about this move h6. The purpose is, I guess, when you go bishop e6, you don't have to worry about the move knight g5, but I don't really think it's that necessary here. So perhaps you can just go bishop e6 here immediately. Bishop here, b3. I'm not sure about this because the b3 is going to control the c4 square now. Knight b4. And now bishop b3. Perhaps here queen b5. This was an important moment to attack the knight, and that's going to force some exchanges that white really needed it. Knight e5. Knight takes d5, queen c4, bishop e6, queen c5, queen c7, rook ac1, and queen d6, trying to trade the pieces off here. Again, position is quite pretty comfortable for both players. I mean, I can understand that white will feel like she's better because of the center, but on the other hand, black has good pieces too. So this did not happen because the queen b5 was never played. Fd1 was played. Bishop d3. Bishop d2. And you can't really go to these two squares because you're going to be running into knight d3, so you have to go back here. Now c5. Black is breaking the center here with this, and it makes a lot of sense because you have the bishops in, you got the knights active, and again, you're only missing this opening up the c file here, and that will open up the diagonal for the dark square bishop, okay? And it also will open up the c file for the queen. So it's a very, very nice idea. Now knight e5, knight d3, takes. And now I like this move. I like this move taking CD. It's now everything is hanging. The knights and d3 is hanging, c3, everything is hanging. Knight e2. Yeah, this was a hard move to find, but you have to play the move knight a4. Attacking the knight, and if it takes, you have the option to move the knight here. The knight on b3 is hanging, and then you'll get a chance to finally take on d4. So this was actually absolutely important for Begim to find, because if she didn't find this, her position would be very, very bad. Unfortunately for Begim, she did not find this, so she played here. Then Cervantes took Italia, and now, yeah, this is already losing. So yeah, absolutely, knight e2, knight a4 was absolutely only move here to find and to be able to fight. Otherwise, it's just not going to be good. Takes. Take on e3. Queen e6. Again, it would have been absolutely fine to even take here. Sack the queen. And you just go knight c8. And rook b8. Okay. Black is doing extremely well in this position. Just simply winning. Two rooks are stronger. But queen e6 is fine too. Bishop b6. Bishop e2. Now a1 rook is hanging. b8. I like this concept because Talia actually goes for the sacrifice of the exchange and now threatening the move bishop d4. It's going to be a huge problem. So this was played, only move. And now we see the difference of the pieces. Black's pieces are just super active. The queen is good, the rook on d2 is a monster, bishop on e2, and once again, this pawn on a3 here is playing a huge role because now in a lot of these lines you're going to lose the a2 pawn. And once you lose the a2 pawn, you're going to find yourself in serious trouble. So it goes here, queen f6, queen b2, bishop g4, and now things are hanging here. You know, can't really defend this properly because if you go rook g1, you have to deal with the move like bishop. Rook g2 is good. Bishop f3, queen g1. Now again, we see the role of the a pawn. And now just trade. And you're winning first. Okay. So yeah, no, it was a complex opening, but Talia played quite well here. And now bishop d5 was played. Rook takes d5. Again, there are many different ways to win, but I like this finish at queen f2 because now the threat is going to be simply bishop f3, trying to attack the queen. So I goes here on the move. Check. Again, if the a3 pawn wasn't there, still it's completely winning. But here, Tokarjanova would just play a couple of more moves. It's completely hopeless. Just need to create another weakness. Yeah, now it's just simply resign because now, if you go here, then simply taking on a2 would be the absolute best. And now you have the option to put the queen on b2. And then after that, you will push the a2 and a1. So that's why White actually resigned here. So once again, the opening looked like a good prep here for White. So somewhere until here, you know. So this knight h4 idea, it's not a very natural idea, but again, the purpose is to try to have this, you know, you control the f5 square, so the bishop can never come, but also you really want to play the move f4, okay? So, but here I actually really like how Talia responded. Queen c8, rook d8, now bishop f5. And here, I don't know about the h6. You know, this is a kind of move that you have to be a little bit careful playing because it weakens your king position as well. So I would really like this move. Threatening bishop c4. So most likely forcing this move. And now you play knight b4. An idea, again, is just to play c5. c5 and break the center. So you play e3. And now bishop b3 is coming, so you have to go here. And again, once we reach this position, it's always going to be that one idea that you have to really try to do to open up the dark square bishop, because without that, you're just not going to be able to succeed here. So that's why you really, really need to play the move c5 to open up the position. Okay, so big idea here. Takes queen c5, and Black is doing quite well. Now rook a8 is coming up too, and it's going to be pressure. Queen f2. There, rook a8. Knight d7. Takes knight c5 and threatening here. And now taking with a knight, and yeah, you see the advantage of two bishops, and the b3 and d3 squares are quite weak. That's the key moment, and I guess one more moment here I would emphasize here that if the game Tokarjanova had played the move queen b5, it would have been easier to play this position with one pair of the knights will be gone. Because I mean, if you go knight c2, rook a c1, that knight is getting trapped. Knight d3 as well, you don't have a good way to come back. In fact, actually, I might even have e4. Yeah, it works. Now d3. So you really have to play the move knight d5. And you can take. You play this position, which is going to be a lot more comfortable to play with the white pieces. Okay, but that did not happen, and knight e5 was played, and yeah, here bishop d3 would have been a better choice. Bishop d3 first, and then cd. So Talia herself made the inaccuracy, missing this clever move knight a4, but it's really computer-esque. Should have taken here first. Most likely rook f3 would have followed. Takes knight e2 and play this position. So black is still doing extremely well here because just all the pieces are developed and good attacking chances. But but he didn't find this, and she didn't find this, and now yeah, after take. So in the game, knight d3, cd was played, and yeah, this was the last moment here. Knight a4 would have given chance to black, but that didn't happen. So excellent win for Cervantes, and now with 1 round to go, she's still in contention. So let's see how it will go in the last round. Thank you everybody for watching this penultimate round 12 of the Women's Championship. We'll be back with the final round coverage. Thank you and see you soon.